Next thing that we're going to go over is your menus, which is something that may or may not come up for you, but if you ever want to change something in your website, the structure a little bit, or add anything, this is something you need to know. This current theme that we're looking at right here actually has 3 different menus. This is one menu right here, so all of these pages are added to the menu, including this drop down is added through the menus tab. And this is a menu right here, along with that drop down was also added in the menus tab and specified. And then there's a footer menu down here. So having seen what these menus look like through your theme and through the package that's your website, let's look at them a little bit on the back end. And this, for a lot of people, seems fairly daunting at first, but it isn't, and it is pretty easy. The way you find menus is you go down to Appearance, that drop down, you click Menus like you just saw me do, and this is what you end up getting. This right here is a list of every page that's on this page right now to demonstrate, and what that is this right here, and all these different tabs along across the bottom of the footer menu. And this can be applied in different places. So you can see these can be added to their different specified spots. It tells you footer menu, secondary menu, primary menu. So if you look back over here, this right here would be our, I believe is the secondary menu, where I chose the Saxony main campus nav. And then up on top, this one right here is our primary menu. So let's, for example, add something to this primary menu so you can see the difference. You can add any of these pages just by clicking them. Oh, actually we need to go over to primary menu is campus menu. So we'll click the tab up here that says campus menu, and we will be in that menu. So now you see the structure of this a little bit. You have home, e-services, D2L. Then you see there's a number of these that are indented. So if you go back over here, you see home, e-services, D2L. If you notice, these happen to be all of the same things that are indented over here on this back end. So that's how you create a drop-down menu in this. And say I wanted to add D2L to the drop-down, it's really simple. I just click and drag it, let it go, and when it's indented. If I want to take it back out, just as easy as that. So let's show you what it looks like and how easy it is. So we save menu. Takes a second, there it goes, it saves. Come, refresh this. And if you notice, D12 is gone, and here it is down in the drop-down menu. And we can go back, take it back out, and let's add calendar. We can take calendar, come and put it in this drop-down for e-services, or we can add it to a drop-down and create a new drop-down for home. Let's add 2 more pages to that. And I'm just clicking and dragging these and making sure they're indented and not like that, because if they're like that, they'll show up as a new button. But like that, they'll do the drop down. So save menu, and go back, refresh this page. As you can see, D2L is back, and home now has a drop down menu with it. It's as simple as that. On top of just being able to add all the pages that are on your website, there's other things that you can add. You could choose to add a page for events, for locations, for categories. So I could go Mr. Cooper Albums, add to menu, and Mr. Cooper Albums comes up here to menu. Another reason, the reason I had my Facebook open and you saw it earlier, is because I can go and I can click on the Facebook, take this URL, add it right there, label it Facebook, add to menu. And now you can see this down here. I'll save menu. It's going to take a second to load. I'll come over here, I'll refresh this. If you notice, I have Mr. Cooper Albums, which when I click on, takes me to a list of all the posts that are tagged with the category Mr. Cooper Albums. And I still got this menu across the top. Or I could click on Facebook, which then takes me to my Facebook. So you can see that menus are a pretty powerful thing that take a lot of, like, that you can do so many things to your website in, and they kind of control how people navigate your website, period. So it's a good thing to know, and it really isn't as intimidating as it sounds, because now I'm here and say I want it all to go back to normal because I decided I made a mistake. Go in here, remove, and remove. Save menu. Click back over here, go home, and we should be right back where we started. Yep, one drop down, D2L and home. And I think that's a pretty thorough introduction to menus.